First of all, thank you for the wonderful cue that when governments themselves turn, we as citizens protect ourselves better.
I'm not in India, I'm in the US, but we have a government that's honest about, the things that we're attracted, keeps pointing me to other, to the Washington. It's almost like we keep tattooing ourselves with the word journalist, committed to publishing, and by the way, at scale, accurate reference linked material on a regular basis. The government concern is a real one, and you're right.
Ask you that when governments themselves turn instigators and churners of fake news, in that, like especially in countries like India, where that is a huge menace, how can we as citizens protect ourselves better and fight this?
It's a big question. Well, I mean, I'm not in India. I'm in the U.S., but we have a government that's publishing fake news rather prolifically. I think what scares me, the reason why I like talking to you guys is because, like, none of you are saying, I know, let's go back to when I was like, no one wants to go backwards. So I think the answer to the question is, be wary of things like I look at the way China manages the internet, and I think that should be a greater concern in the global stage. That there isn't free access to information in China is, I think, a big deal. I think it's also worth being honest about the things that we're attracted to that maybe aren't necessarily factual. So if somebody publishes something terrible about you that's completely untrue, you could spend, I'm in a debate right now on Facebook with someone who is suggesting that Trump won the election. And there's no evidence to back that up. There's no facts to back that up. But he keeps pointing me to other, to the Washington Examiner. And I'm like, yeah, the Washington Examiner is not like it's almost like we keep tattooing ourselves with the word journalist and thinking that somehow that rises us above them. But whenever people say, well, we should only trust real journalism, my answer is, okay, what do you call Fox News? Well, and it's like, because if you call Fox News real journalism, like I think it's almost like at the end of the day, if every one of the students in this class committed to publishing, and by the way, at scale, interesting, thoughtful, human, accurate, referenced, linked material on a regular basis, we could rise above the noise.
These social media platforms should realize that they are not limited to social interactions where people are just posting pictures of their vacations and parties. They should also realize that people are actually exchanging news and getting to know what's happening in the world through their platforms.
So I myself sometimes struggle to know what is true and what is not true on social media platforms. Sometimes if a piece of information is being circulated by everyone, then you're bound to believe that maybe that's true, which may not be the case always. And fake news sometimes is a matter of life and death for some people. We all know about the mob lynchings that happened due to the misinformation being circulated on WhatsApp. So media professionals and journalists, I think, act as intermediaries between us and the reality. We may not know what's happening in Uttar Pradesh or Chennai or US, but they bring us that information, and they control what an average person consumes. So they should have some sort of caution, and they should keep a check on what is being circulated.
News. Social media magnates such as Facebook take a hands-off approach and do not engage in fact-checking, which should in fact be their responsibility as the platform on which such news is being shared again and again. But at the end of the day, we as consumers and users of this information need to be equally responsible. One of the biggest ways in which we facilitate the spread of fake news is confirmation bias, which can happen even subconsciously. Instead of blindly accepting a piece of news that might reflect our beliefs, we should avoid jumping to conclusions. We should take time to read it and check the veracity of the information before sharing it. We should avoid opinions and speculation and instead look for sources that rely on facts. We should find out other sources that might give conflicting views and then cross check both to decide which one is true.
So, people are constantly sharing information, and while we do want to regulate the kind of information that is shared, we do not want to infringe upon people's freedom of speech and expression. So, how can we strike a balance between the two and ensure that policies target the problem without affecting the rights of people, right? As a society, we need to function at three levels, that is, at the local, national, and global level. So, at the local level, what we can do is ensure that we have communities of experts who will be dealing with fact checking and who will immediately discredit any information which is false in nature. So, for instance, if there are people spreading information that says that sanitizers can cure COVID, immediately you will have a group of experts who are doctors who come and tell you that this is scientifically false, right? So this is the sort of discrediting of fake news or fake information that we must target. Secondly, right now there are algorithms for everything, right? So you can even know people's behavior, people's patterns of their likes, dislikes, whatever it is.
There's still a big community on YouTube that thinks the earth is flat, and YouTube has a major role in that. When a person like that searches if earth is flat, they actually recommend more and more videos to them, and which is reinforcing their belief. Now these social media platforms should realize that they are not limited to social interactions where people are just posting pictures of their vacations and parties. They should also realize that people are actually exchanging news and getting to know what's happening in the world through their platforms. So they should actually tweak these algorithms and make sure every person is getting every side of a story, irrespective of a person's personal belief or biases.
So we can have technology experts who specifically deal with targeting those areas where there is a likelihood of the spread or dissemination of misinformation.
Believe a piece of information on social media if it is coming from a verified source, if I would scrutinize who is giving me that information, whether the information is coming from a primary source or a secondary source.
We should not get caught in the sensationalization of the news. For example, even headlines can be misleading. And surveys show that majority of the people forward URLs without even reading the actual article. This leads to the formation of incomplete or incorrect opinions and should be avoided at all costs.
Misleading. I think that if the sources are right and they're trustworthy, then it always depends on company to company, and endorsing a brand is upon sponsorship, but it actually depends on how people take it, and if the product is actually genuine, we would know it only through social media, because social media.
Fake news, when spread by a person or media outlet from a rival political ideological leanings, is just so amazing to witness. But it's so embarrassing when it's from the one you support or incline towards for. But having said that, news on social media can be made credible if the most eye-catching part of the story is fiction-free.
People who are motivated in a certain way, they tend to spread fake information, and what it ends up doing is inciting riots. It definitely needs to stop.
As a normal citizen of India, I treat news channels as the basic source of information in my life. And the present situation that we're in, where most of the news are just fake news, and the amount of them being so extreme, I think it is simply disheartening for a regular person like me to be exposed to such a degree of rampant fake news floating here and there, be it on social media or on traditional news channels or even in newspapers these days. I think it's only 10 to 20% of genuine news, and rest of the 80 to 90% of the news is just fake news. So I think there should be some credible agency who people can trust, and who basically belong to people who can verify the source of these news before making it a complete publication. It is the need of the hour, and I think there should be something done in this regard.